all foreigners who do not have proper legal documentation have difficult time in the United States. My purpose of this talk is that Nepalese should not get into trouble by taking adventures, taking risk coming to United States without proper documents and without funding. All foreigners who do not have proper legal documentation have difficult time in the United States. My purpose of this talk is that Nepalese should not get into trouble by taking adventures, taking risk coming to United States without proper documents and without funding. Nowadays, the government has made it very difficult. Particularly, they are checking Nepalese passports very carefully. And they also are looking at whoever is illegal, who has overstayed his visa and all this. And it is very difficult for people on whose visa has expired to continue to stay in the US, because the immigration system is very, very tough on people who overstay in the US. So one needs to be very careful coming to US at this point. It may not last very long, but for next 1 or 2 years, it's time to be careful about entering United States without proper funding or without proper visa. There are countries that are listed as those heavily dependent on the US security system. So they have a security system, and if there are elderly and disabled and all these people, they get state funding. State funds them. So it's a social security fund. And now they are realizing that Nepalese are heavily dependent on the social security system. And some of them take advantage of that system. Some of them actually, not all of them qualify, but the charge, especially with regard to Bhutanese of Nepalese origin, these are refugees, Bhutanese refugees of Nepalese origin who came to United States. There is a case going on right now to say that they are taking advantage of the social security system and fabricating dependence. Older people who are not dependent on the social security system are still claiming the social security benefits. So social security system is going bankrupt because of foreigners. And Nepal is one of those which has heavy dependence also on the social security system. So they are going after Nepalese passport in addition to many other passports. Many countries now are even banned. They don't even issue visas for many countries, because they think that they are also going to come here and take advantage of the American system. So it's a very tough time. Many think that it will not last for very long, but for the time being, it is important for us not to neglect the situation. And if Nepalese land up here, they could land up in legal trouble. Nepalese students here they cannot work outside the campus. In the past, students could work inside the campus. In the past, the rules of employment were not very much enforced. The rule was there, but nobody cared. US system allowed. They closed their eyes. Even if they worked, they could fund their education by working inside the campus, outside the campus, and so on. But that has changed now. Employers don't want to employ people that don't have papers, if they're especially outside the campus. And also, there is not enough funding. In the past, Nepalese would get scholarships to study. Now, the scholarship fund has been cut. So not many scholarships available. And so students who come here should have made sure that they have enough funding and their documents are in order. That would be the only thing otherwise they will land up in trouble and they will be forever on the run, and they could even get deported. So it's better that Nepalese students be very careful. It's not the United States of the past; it's the United States of the present, at the moment, it is they want all immigration rules to be executed and applied, and anyone breaking the rules here will be subject to deportation or incarceration, whatever.